Today we're going to do a walk-around inspection, cold start, show lights working at a test drive of this beautiful 1965 Chevrolet Impala SS. It is a true 166 V8 super sport car. It did start its life as a 327 car, no, 348 car.
327.
It was a 327 car?
Yeah,
okay.
327.
It started its life as a 327 car and has a 409. That's
right.
why I was thinking 348.
Yeah.
It does have actually a pretty monstrous 409 under the hood. But
yeah.
We'll get more about that in the test drive. So just starting here at the front driver's side fender, and the car is finished in its original color of Crocus Yellow. And the paint on this car is very nice. Some of it does appear to be older. There is a little bit of age checking in a few spots, but which is very minimal in this front fender. You see the Super Sport script on the front fender is in excellent condition. The wheel molding trim is in very nice to excellent condition, as is the 409 badge on the front fender. It does have the slotted rallies wrapped in brand new, I think it's Kumo tires. Come around to the front bumper shines excellent. No chrome loss, no pitting. Might have some fine scratches here and there. The grille is in very nice condition. There is a little bit of black paint loss on the Impala SS emblem. But other than that, it's nice and straight, no dents. Front of the car, front of the hood, and grille surround is in very nice condition. There are a couple little touch-ups. Some minor stone chips that have been touched up. I was thinking there was, yeah, right here.
Just a couple though.
Yeah, not many. And that last one there was the worst of them. The hood is in excellent condition. There is one little paint bubble kind of in the middle of the hood. But other than that, it's free of defects. Coming around to the passenger side front fender, and it's in very similar condition to the driver's side. Your molding and trim is all in excellent condition, as with your badges. And the rallies and beauty rings are all in excellent condition. Around the passenger side mirror shines excellent. All of the chrome around the windows is in excellent condition. No pitting to really be seen. And same with your windshield surround. And this side of the windshield is free of any defects, no chips, deep scratches. There's a small dent in the windshield surround at the top. Dad's pointing it out there. Going to the door is nice and clean. There is a little bit of chrome loss on the trim on the back of the door.
Which that's an aftermarket piece.
Yeah. Plastic versus metal. But your door panel is in very nice condition. All the metal in your door jambs is nice and clean. Bottom of your doors are nice and clean. Coming into the interior, dash is in excellent condition. No cracks or wear in the vinyl. In the glove compartment, you'll see is the hidden Pioneer stereo. And all the speakers in the head unit are new. The seats are in excellent condition, free of any wear or tears. Beautiful rear bench seat with the rear speaker. Headliner's in excellent condition and free of any tears as well. You see it's nice and clean, no defects, no issues there. It's honestly a very clean Impala. The body on this car is extremely solid and sound. No issues on the quarters. There's a little stone chip at the very rear of the quarter, as well as a little scratch here, and the lighting is just right. Might be able to see there is some paint checking, and it does feel like somebody has maybe cleared over it.
I don't know if it shows up or not.
Yeah, it's very minor. When you have to be on the car, maybe like less than an inch away from it to really see it out in the daylight. So the checking is very minor.
And something that's not going to show up in the pictures or the videos is that it does look like there was a little bit of body work done on the rocker panel on this passenger side.
It's not quite as straight as the driver's side.
It was hard to see it, but we did notice a little body work done there.
Rear bumper is in excellent condition. Chrome's still in excellent shape. All your tail lights and tail light surrounds are in excellent condition.
There's just a small crack in the paint there at the body seam. Very minor. Gotta get out of the. There's a really small chip there. Apologize, the shadows.
The sun is extremely bright today. We're coming into the trunk area. See the bottom of the trunk lid is very clean. The trunk area itself is extremely clean. You have the full-size spare. All your metal inside is nice and solid. Looks very original. No signs of quarter panels being done. The trunk pan is in excellent condition.
There is some very light surface, like rust, and I got some moisture in there, but I would just clean off.
Yeah. You're really going to want to take a close look at the bottom side pictures of this car, because this car is extremely clean on the bottom side, and that trunk pan kind of reflects the condition of the bottom side of this car.
Kind of helps verify the original miles on the car.
It does, yeah, and this car does have 46,000 actual miles documented on the title. We do have a little paint touch up here at this quarter extension, about an inch long or so. But again, this quarter's in excellent condition, just like the passenger side. Trim's good. There are a couple little touch-ups. Show up. So all your window surrounds. Now this side, the aftermarket trim on the edge of the door is showing chrome loss.
Now that checking is showing up.
Okay, so yeah, that.
But it feels smooth. I think Tyler's right, and I think they have cleared over it. There's not a lot of it.
No, it's from about here to here. It's in very small areas on the car, and like I said, you have to be up on the car to really.
On the top of the door, there's some too, but.
The door seals on the car look like they've been replaced recently. All the rubber looks good on those. This door panel's in very good condition, just as the passenger side is. I believe there is a small tear in the armrest, just on the inside of that grab handle. Other than that, kind of free of defects. Driver seat's in excellent condition. There is some wear showing on the piping right here on the driver's seat. Again, driver's side dash is in excellent shape, and steering wheel is in excellent condition with no deep cracks. Original shafted radio. And your AC controls. This is a power steering, power brake AC car. And the AC does blow cool. I want to call it ice cold. And the factory clock does work above the shifter. under the hood here, we'll see the very fresh 409. Inner fenders are extremely clean on this car. Go ahead and get in and fire her up.
Warm outside again today?
Yeah. Pretty much every day at this point. So now we're going to go for a test drive in that beautiful 1965 Impala SS. Just fired right up. I will say when it's cold, it does, you do need to give it a couple pumps. And it's dual quads and with no choke. So she does tend to be a little cold, but really not bad for a dual quad.
Actually, it starts pretty easy, especially for a dual quad with no choke. And it's only quote unquote cold-blooded for the first 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Then it idles fine. So
this car runs and drives awesome. You can get kind of hear that awesome exhaust note. 409, which is not technically a 409 anymore. The motor work on this car, the receipts total in excess of $18,000, and mainly just on the engine itself. It is a Daytona 65 409 block, but it has had a complete go-over. I mean, it's got a forged stroker crank, forged Eagle I-beam rods, forged pistons with chromoly rings. The engine's been bored 30 over. So now it is a 477 cubic inch V8 with aluminum Edelbrock heads, Edelbrock intake, dual Edelbrock 4-rail carburetors. So, yeah, this is not your grandmother's Impala SS anymore.
No. And I tell you what, it looks good under the hood. I mean,
it does. It's very nicely detailed.
It is. And, you know, period correct looking. I mean, they did a nice job.
And right now we're doing about 60 miles an hour, driving about 2,500 RPMs. It does have an Auburn-Pro differential in the rear with 355 motive gears, so it is a very highway capable car.
Yeah, I mean, it feels very comfortable for the car at 60 miles per hour.
It's very easy to drive. I mean, it gets up to speed with no hesitation, no issues.
And the motor was built originally when they were building it, and they were planning on twin superchargers.
Yeah.
So that's why the forged internals throughout the motor. I mean, it was built to withstand, you know, possibly 4-digit horsepower, and you know, so you know the motor. What horsepower is pushing out right now is not taxing this motor at all.
Oh, not at all. Yeah, the build. I had a lot of discussions with the engine builder. He says there is plenty of room for you to increase the horsepower, if not double the horsepower in this car. And there's plenty. I mean, this is a full-size car. It is very comparable, if not more powerful than that L72 69 Impala we drove a while
car is in excellent condition.
Absolutely.
Seats are very comfortable. It's been very nicely restored.
That's that plenty cushion, good lumbar support. I mean, it's a comfortable car to drive. Power steering, power brakes. Now the AC isn't nice cool, but it's cool.
I mean, it's a pretty hot day out today, and I'm comfortable. I'm still
I'm
a little sweaty
up a little bit
from being outside. I haven't cooled off from that yet, but it has been converted to 134A. And we all know that these factory air conditioning systems don't cool quite as well as they would have from the factory the R12, but it is cool. You know,
all of my gauges are working: speedo, oil pressure, fuel, charging, engine temp. The only one that doesn't work is the manifold vacuum.
Yeah, the vacuum gauge doesn't work. And the factory radio, of course, has been disconnected. It does have a factory Delco radio, but it has an aftermarket stereo in the glove box. So even the clock and the center console works, which the center console is a very nice touch. But beautiful car, beautiful running car, beautiful driving car, beautiful sounding car. You know, it's a great car. I mean, if you're looking for a muscle car with a pretty stock appearance, with more horsepower than stock, and this is a rock solid example of a 65 Impala Super Sport, which it is a true 166 VIN code car, which tells you that it was a V8 powered Super Sport. We do believe it was a 327 originally, not a 409. But of course, we don't have any documentation on that. So, but like Tyler said before, it is a correct date code of 65 409, which was yeah. And mid-year for 65, they switched over to the 396. So it was only offered about half the year of 65.
That's why they picked this engine. They wanted something a little different than what everyone else had. They wanted a well-built engine. But everyone, the 396 was common for this year. The 65 409 was low production. Because they're essentially leftover models.
So great choice, and it is a you know, an X 409 block, the X on the front. So for you guys that know what that means, it's a later model 409. But yeah, so if you're looking for a car that is turnkey, ready to enjoy,
with amazing street behavior, I mean, even though it's got all that horsepower, I mean, just cruising at 30-40 miles an hour, she's nice and calm.
Yeah, wonderful car. This has been a joy.
Absolutely.
So and a privilege. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. Like I said, rock solid example of a 65 Impala Super Sport.